Hello everyone, good evening. Welcome to my YouTube channel and please do hit the like button which gives me encouragement to do more videos for you all, and please subscribe my channel and share it among your friends so that everyone can learn from me. Today I am going to teach you the second poem of the ICSE class 10 syllabus, The Cold Within. The Cold Within is written by an Irish-American poet in the 1960s. He is known as James Patrick Kinney. This poem has appeared in countless church websites and teaching seminars as well as magazines on 5th September 1999. It illustrates the folly of falling prey to discrimination that shortchanges our own humanity. The piece comprises of 8 quatrains, 4 lines per stanza with an appropriate A, B, C, D end rhyme scheme. He uses visual imagery in the poem. Now I am going to read you the first stanza of the poem and then explain to you. The Cold Within. 6 humans trapped by happenstance in bleak and bitter cold. Each one possessed a stick of wood, or so the story is told. So here the poet opens up with a big tableau. What is a bleak tableau? A bleak tableau is bleak means exposed and tableau means arrangement of people who do not speak or move, especially on a stage. So the poem opens up to a bleak tableau. The poet recounts a tale he has heard of 6 persons caught together in the grip of a severe winter. Each of them probably had a single stick of wood. Note the poet's use of the word humans. He wants us to draw attention to the gathering as specific individuals rather than a collective group. They are all specific individuals. They are not in a collective group. They were trapped by happenstance. They are trapped by happenstance. Happenstance means coincidence and trapped means caught. Implying no escape from a situation created by chance. The adjectives dark and bitter describes the cold feeling that adds the whole poem a ominous feeling. The spelling of the word is ominous, ominous, ominous feeling. Now the stanza 2. In the second stanza, their dying fire in need of logs, the first man held his back. 4 of the faces round the fire, he noticed one was black. So in the second stanza, he cuts into the key character of the story, the dying fire. The group prospects do not look good. In the heart of winter, keeping warm is critical to survive. If we could not keep warm ourselves in that severe winter, our life will become critical. The fire offers a chance for salvation if each person would use their prospective logs to feed it. The dying fire is a silent appeal to the group to help themselves by helping each other. The next verses reveal how the situation unfolds. We find that the first person withheld his log from the fire only because it would benefit a black person. This is racism, where there is discrimination because of a person's race. The white and the blacks. The man will not even warm himself if someone he looks down upon simply because of his skin color will gain. Now I am going to read you the third stanza of the poem. The next man looking across the way saw one knot of his church and could not bring himself to give the fire his stick of birch. In the third stanza, the second person looked across the fire and saw someone who he did not knew shared his religious ideology. He was from the church, but that person was not from his ideology. And just because of that, he can't bear to give him up his log to the communal fire. This is bigotry, which speaks of intolerance to a person because they do not share the same opinions or ideas. The third one sat in tattered clothes, tattered meaning torn clothes. He gave his coat a hitch. Why should his log be put to use to warm the idle rich? In the fourth stanza, the focus now shifts. Here is a person who is very poor. He's tattered, old and torn clothes. In the cold weather, hint at poverty. The others are rich, but he is very poor. He perhaps felt the cold more than the others, and we notice that he gave his coat at hitch, adjusting it closer to his body to wry out some warmth from the inadequate clothing. He put his clothes tighter so that the winter could not touch his body, but his clothes were torn. But here too is a dead end. We see that he is also a victim of classicism or discrimination based on social or economic ideas, considering that favorably placed than him to be idle. He is defensive, and in his eyes the rich do not deserve his mere ration and did not part with his stick. He felt that he will not give the rich his stick because they are rich and he is poor. The rich man just sat back and thought of the wealth he had in store and how to keep what he had earned from the lazy, shiftless poor. In the fifth stanza, at cross purposes, we find the next exhibit of apathy, the rich man. Caught up holding his riches in his head, he is obvious to reality. Greed blinds him as he selfishly connives to keep his wealth. He even miserably holds onto his stick, keeping it from the poor whom he perceives as aimless and lazy. The next four lines. The black man's face bespoke revenge as the fire passed from his sight. For all he knew, his stick of wood was a chance to spite the white. In stanza 6, the poet says, even the victim becomes an abuser here. We know that the black person has experienced racism. Revenge for the atrocities he has faced from the white people was only thing on his mind. So now he was going to revenge on the white because he is a black man. Every time, everywhere, the black had been abused for their racism. One wonders if he had already resigned himself to dying. He saw the fire pass from his sight. He realized that the fire was fast getting spent. The fire was dying out. But the spark of human kindness had died in him, and literally too, he chose to let the group's fire die. So no one was eager to lit the fire so that they can save themselves. Everyone was busy in their own idealism and racism. He would perish, but he would take the others he hated down with him as well. Everyone will die and also will take the others with them. This is the most বন্ধ কর, এটা কাট।